my darling.
This is how Jeff therapeutically sings.
I hear
He's
your
really fucking distressed
voice
about
in
the fact
my
that Facebook is
sleep.
doing something weird.
And when you
turn around,
I can't help but smile
and visualize you without your gown. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Gentlemen and ladies, we are Brotherwife, and we are coming to you a little bit delayed today because we had a grudge with Zuck. Facebook was acting wild. We were trying to fetch it through Streamlabs, which is their lingo, and they're not playing fetch.
Facebook would not allow us to connect.
They would
Facebook
not.
also hit us with like a nice hard ping. They said
Something about Warner
Lil
Brothers.
Uzi Vert?
We played 1 minute and 47 seconds of a Lil
Who
Uzi
knew
Vert
Lil
track
Uzi
somewhere?
Vert was such a protected class? I feel like, when you're that big, like, you can
Right, you
throw
can give a
me
little something,
fucking bone.
Right. These aren't even breadcrumbs. This is like...
I would throw Little Uzi Vert a bone if I was as big as he was.
It's like if we were drinking this is like if we were drinking a LaCroix breadcrumbs flavored. That's how related to breadcrumbs from Lil Uzi Vert this is. We don't give a fuck about Lil Uzi Vert.
I don't even know how it got on the stream.
I literally
don't remember
know. We must have been doing a bit or something, or it was
we'll have to go back and watch.
I don't remember.
We can't because it got removed.
Oh, then they removed it in 250
YouTube probably
countries.
250 countries.
And they listed out. They didn't just say
250 countries.
250 countries. They listed out every single country
there's
and
probably
province.
62 that aren't. How many countries are there in the world? Does anyone know how many
Fucking
countries there are in
if
the
I
world?
know. I really should probably know. That seems
Obviously
like,
more than 250.
that seems like one of the things that they
got a
would
good
teach
starting
you.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they probably
Yeah.
did. I feel like they. To be fair, I feel like they probably did.
Very. Okay, wait. Can we make a guess? I'm gonna say, 7,
8, maybe 9.
Okay, no, I'm gonna say.
take your guess, but make it quick.
countries. I'm gonna say 100 and. Fuck, 180. I was like.
They said it was banned in 250.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, of course.
Jesus fuck, man.
I'm sorry. Listen, not looking good.
I'm gonna go first. I'm guessing 320.
Okay,
I'm guessing 320.
Wait, I think that honestly feels right. All right, I'm gonna guess 3. See, once
You gonna be a Price is Right, bitch?
once I said 1, I was like, oh no, I've made a mistake. I was like, all right, we'll go upper ones.
Yeah, upper ones, high ones.
That's so
Well,
funny.
viewer.
They literally said.
They said 250. You know what?
Folks,
you got no
folks,
shade on you.
okay.
We've been thrown for a loop.
We've had
This has
such
been
a trying 45 minutes. Folks, we're Brotherwife. We're a band. It's also a game show.
Happens
I'm
to be
Jeff,
a
this is Tyler.
podcast.
Thank you so much for trying to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Our juice into your mouth.
Ooh, you're drinking the juice.
Fuck Facebook.
Fuck Facebook. I love that. Was so funny. Zuck's got a grudge. If Elon won't find him, we will. That's our new platform.
I would. He does look stacked. He might beat us both up.
Dude, he looks amazing.
He might beat us.
You know
He
what's so
probably-
funny? On our last stream, we pulled up a
We were
picture
talking
of Zuck.
about how stacked he was.
He didn't like the word. He was like, "You guys, Myron." Well,
We tried building him up. Now we're gonna tear him down.
Now we have to neg him.
Now we're gonna neg him. Now
we
we're gonna neg him until he
learned that
fucks
you have
us.
to neg. You have to neg the Zuck until
And
he
not
fucks.
like we're not gonna neg him until he fucks us. Like really.
God damn. Here's
Penetration on.
Here's the thing.
On our behalf.
Here's the thing. We've already been fucked.
Yeah.
We've already been fucked.
Till he fucks us twice.
Good God.
I feel a certain amount of like patriotism and connection to all the people who've cried Facebook jail. I really do.
I've never
and that feels weird for me. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I've never actually.
Quit checking.
No, I'm checking in. I'm checking how far are we in because I just feel very dumb about the countries thing. I was like, we're like at least like 5 minutes in. I was like, no, we are 4 minutes in now. I'm just imagining my boss watching and being like, wow.
What's his name again?
My boss?
Mm-hmm.
His name is C.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna dox
I've
him.
got C and I've got T.
Okay,
Those are my mains. Shout out C and
hey,
T.
T, if you're watching right
You
now,
don't talk to T. You
I'm
don't get to
excited.
talk to
I'm
T.
excited to meet you.
You don't talk to T.
I'm excited to meet you.
Yeah. Tyler and I were actually doing a business transaction in a weird way.
We are.
He's actually going to do a bid for my company that I work for.
I'm going to do a bid.
It's exciting.
It's exciting
It's
stuff.
exciting.
Yeah.
We're not taking it easy on you.
No. And I'm not fucking taking it easy on you.
We might not come to terms.
I'm going to probably poison the other two business owners.
Right. Yeah.
And then really gouge you guys.
The other people that we are gonna have, they were wondering what other cleaning company. Like, oh, what other cleaning company, if you don't mind me asking? They said
let them know. Tell them. Tell them who it is. Tell them who's on their fucking doorstep.
Okay.
Tell them who's in their backyard at 3 a.m.
Yeah. No,
it's me.
It's kind of funny though because Zim Colo! What up,
Colo, baby?
We haven't seen Coley in a hot minute.
It's been a grip.
Coley Oli Oli. Oh
it's
my
been
goodness.
a grip.
Wow. On your website, I wanted to say, listen, folks, I'm in no way being homophobic here. I'm going to preface that.
He's about to be extremely homophobic.
But
wait, hobophobic?
Hobophobic?
Holy
wow.
shit!
Have
you ever? I've never heard that before.
Hobophobic? I mean, I'm hobophobic.
I'm the furthest from homophobic physically possible.
I've seen some
other than
shit
maybe
with
like
having
sex with the hobos.
folks.
Like if I could be having sex with them.
A good friend of ours
had sex with a hobo.
I mean, probably.
And it was a good experience.
Okay, one time I met one of our friends. I was in Pioneer Square in Seattle, and just randomly about my day, and then one of our friends was coming out of this weird door in this building in Pioneer Square, and then I was like, oh, hey, and he's like a good friend of ours, and then he was like, oh, hey, Jeff, and I was like, how's it going? He had this weird, just feeling about him, and then it turns out that he actually had a Craigslist casual encounter. I saw him 10 seconds after he left a Craigslist casual encounter.
And you discussed it then or later?
He told me maybe 6 months later. Yeah, remember I ran into you that day? That was when that happened.
Oh,
yeah, he had gotten head from some
one?
random chick that just was advertising that she was giving head on Craigslist in Seattle 7 years ago, when you could still do that.
Wait, so that is a real thing.
Missed encounters.
I've been busy, had a lot of shit going on.
Most people in the PNW probably, yeah. No, most people in the PNW are homophobic because the thing is, Seattle, Portland, we are a refuge for the homeless folk. Because for whatever reason, I don't know, I think in California there's too many massively rich people. Because the thing is, go to Bellevue. In Bellevue, they just literally unveiled a free shuttle. A free shuttle that just rides around Bellevue and gives fucking rich people rides. That would never work in Seattle, and it's just so funny. It's literally just separated by a lake. And they actually just don't tolerate insanity there. I don't understand how it works. It's why are you guys just I was watching this ride along with the Bremerton Police Department, and they have this they were trying to do a cop style thing on Facebook, and they were the guy was yeah, I just go to the homeless tent row here, check up on everybody, make sure everyone's doing good. He kept really making sure it was a care forward paradigm that the cops had. Yeah, sure.
I want to see the second camera angle, the camera shuts off. He's just fucking kicking into a tent.
Yeah.
Richie!
Yeah.
Richie!
I told you it's curb stomping season.
I told you it's curb stomping time.
Oh, it's funny.
Crawl on out of your tent and show me your beautiful ugly teeth.
It's funny when cops try to be cute. I'm in no way, shape, or form an ACAB like we've talked about, but I don't want my cops to be cute.
Yeah.
Don't. You can kind of be funny, but don't.
Wait. Wait, really? You don't want a cute cop?
I don't want a cute cop. No, I don't want cops. What's a good example?
You want cops making jokes?
Cops can make jokes, but
they need to be violent.
They need to be violent. They need to be dark jokes. No, there's just something about I'm having a hard time really describing it right now, but there's just something about okay, I'm a real estate agent. I don't like it when real estate agents are cute either. There's something about the job where it's no, you're dealing with something serious. Don't do a rap. Don't do a parody rap. Don't do bits really, and then in the same breath talk about very serious, because like this right along
It's
Facebook
just
thing.
funny because we're talking about mass shootings and then doing bits the entire time.
That's very fair, but it's not our profession, and you don't have to trust us with anything.
You don't have to trust us at all.
The only thing you have to trust us is
have to trust us at
hopefully
all.
entertain you. That's the biggest trust of all. That's the biggest trust of all.
That's the biggest trust of all.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going off on this, but I'm so going off on this right now.
You're so going off on this right now.
No, I feel like I'm this is getting long-winded, but it's just the guy was saying a joke. He was like kind of trying to make like a joke about how he was an attractive cop, and then like the next like screen was like,
he an attractive cop?
no, and that was the bit though, because I'm calling myself attractive, but I'm obviously not. And then it was kind of funny, but then the next like slide was like, Ricky was called to respond to a call for a headshot gun wound. like in the same breath.
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
You know what I mean?
I see where you're coming
like,
from.
What the fuck? Weird taste.
There's like a guy pissing brain juice out.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room for cuteness here.
But then, and I'll say, and I will to kind of like undercut my own point here.
Yeah.
It turned out he was like, yeah, they were saying that it was a gunshot wound to the head, but I don't think he really got shot in the head. He's like, I think he like maybe fell, or I was trying to think like, what
in the same video?
In the same video, it was a real fucking roller coaster. So then I was kind of like, okay, well, I guess the cute stuff was a little bit okay, but I mean, it's just.
Here's the thing: I would always rather deal with a cutesy cop than like a real fucking dick.
I don't want to.
So why would you? I'm like, give me all the cutesy, give me the sparkles, give me the glitter.
Be cutesy IRL, but don't be cutesy as like a PSA. Like, don't water down the realities.
What are they trying? I mean,
don't have a PSA.
Everyone is a business, though. Everyone is a business. The cops are a business.
Okay, so here's what it is.
Look at branding today in media.
Now that you say that, I'm remembering because I watched the entire video. It was a very engaging video.
That's fucking hilarious.
Okay, well, no,
I don't like my cops cutesy, but I will watch a 28-minute
Somebody
video
on
with
Facebook,
cutesy
it's
cops.
their cousin, who is a Bremerton police officer. So I know this person.
So you've got to.
So I have a stake.
You've got a stake.
I got skin in the game.
They made a really good cutesy video, and it drew this poor fucker in. And he's still gonna try and draw the
thing is, the cop, honestly,
no
he was good
cops.
at being cutesy, but in principle, like, the best way I can say is, like, I'm a real estate agent. Like, I don't like people...
No cutesy cops! No cutesy cops! No cutesy cops!
It's like when people, like, the coronavirus was, like, the biggest, most fucking insane thing that had been imposed upon the world, and then people were, like, making, like, cute things about that. It's like, no, don't. Like... We're being serious right now. Like, we're being fucking serious.
See, for me, I'm literally like, fuck it. Go.
Yeah,
I'm literally like, fuck it. Nothing is serious. Everyone's gonna die.
But it's like, the thing is, like, if we're going to be serious, let's be serious. Like, that's where it's not that you can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do know what you mean. But we live in just the weirdest fucking time.
Yeah.
Where nothing fucking
fair.
matters, and I mean, look at what our show is predicated on.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I get it.
And I do get the differentiation between we're a fucking band that's a game show and a podcast,
right?
And they're fucking cops with the ability to use lethal force on everyone, but they're running
not a huge Venn diagram.
Not a huge Venn diagram, but apparently being cutesy.
They were trying to get more officers, is what they were trying to do. They were trying to say, hey, it's so fun to work here.
Yeah.
Because it even said, hey, if you're considering being an officer, he said, West Sound Police is the way to do it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is recruitment.
Shout out to Reno 911, like literally one of the best fucking shows ever made.
Absolutely,
it's one of the best shows
ever. And listen, we need
made.
cops. I'm not, you know, and we need cops to not be. Here's
the thing. You have never said. You don't even need to say that because you never said we don't need cops. You said we need more violent cops. You said all cops need to be more violent. That's what ACAB, this guy, all
caps are
NTBMV.
All cops are being too soft.
All cops are being too soft. All cops are being too soft. ACABs.
Jesus.
It's the same.
Christ.
ACABs.
All right.
All cops should be brutal.
One of the things that we do here on the Brew is we read violent news stories. These news stories affect all 180 countries. So we are so excited to bring this to folks.
Not cute. Really quick. I was thinking I could start a Facebook Live on my phone and just have it fucking posted up somewhere.
Yeah, do that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, you take it away with the news.
I mean, I kind of did suggest that earlier. I kind of did, but then we didn't.
But I shot you down.
You didn't necessarily shoot me down, but I guess...
I said it was stupid.
At this point, I'm realizing you were distracted.
What's our thing? Everything you say, think, and do is...
Oh, everything you say, think, and do is stupid?
Stupid and...
Stupid and dumb?
No, it was something better than that.
Was it?
Maybe we should do stupid and irrelevant.
Stupid and irrelevant. Oh, and that. Stupid and pathetic. Name a worse thing to be called than pathetic. It's pretty bad, right?
Probably irrelevant.
Irrelevant?
In my opinion, yeah.
I mean...
All old men become old women.
Here's the thing. If
that to me, there's a pairing there.
Okay, here's
irrelevant.
The thing. If you're irrelevant, you're not even on the radar. But if you're pathetic, you're on the radar in a bad way. So I'd rather not be on the radar than on the radar in a bad way where I'm being... I don't want to say bemused because I don't think that's the right word, but I want to say bemused because it feels nice to say there. But the audience is probably bemused because it's puzzled, confused, or bewildered.
I'm going to give him a side view. You know what I'm saying?
Don't give him a side view.
Don't give him a side view?
Give him a side view. Give him a view from over here.
I mean, I don't know how to give him a view from over here. I don't know if that's working.
Oh, Jesus Christ, folks. All right.
I don't know if that's working.
All right, we got a side view. 78-year-old man arrested, charged with wife's murder after remains found in suitcases in Delray Beach, Florida. A man has been arrested and is facing charges for the murder of his wife several weeks after her remains were found inside suitcases in the Intracoastal Waterway along the Florida coast. William Joe Lowe, 78, was arrested Wednesday and charged with first-degree murder and abuse of a dead body.
Hell yeah.
Is that?
Hell yeah. That's a charge you can get. And that's a charge you should be able to get, folks. Hey there, Facebook viewers.
Police identified the woman as 80-year-old Adil Barboza Fontes. Jesus.
That's a good name.
Strong name.
That's a strong name for a I don't want to say strong man, but I mean,
that was her. That was the last.
Yeah, okay, can we talk about something really quick?
I'd like to know how long they were married for. Why is that not the first thing?
Well, and why are we at 80 years old? Why are we not considering poison, folks? Why are we not considering fucking poison?
It's smart.
It's smart.
Yeah.
Oh, her heart exploded.
I mean,
she's 80 years old. Okay.
Maybe. Okay. Here's the thing. So she had a horrific. So. One of the things on the Brew is we read violent news stories, but we also try to take devil's advocate for the devils themselves.
Absolutely.
So here's my theory.
We don't know his side.
Here's my theory. We don't know his side. For years, she has been stealing money, and going on conferences, trips to, bang lovers.
You know what I want to say? No. Let's say bang horse.
Bang horse. Okay.
Men, they're a male horse.
They're a male horse. So she's banging horse all across. She's traveling. I won't.
You won't say it.
I won't. Okay. She's banging horse, and she's. I said it, and she is. I feel like I'm at a blow bang right now. Like I'm fucking so
yeah. Totally.
Blow
bang with Brotherwife. We're renaming this podcast. God. I'm so sorry. I
was trying to get through my shit really quick. I want to fuck you up. Fuck Danny DeVito, you chooky goddamn cunt. Jesus fuck. All right. She was cheating on him with all these whores, and she ended up having an affinity for nice luggage. So she bought all this luggage with his credit card. And he found out and he was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking put you in each one of these goddamn luggages. Because he killed her. And then the luggage showed up on Amazon the next day.
Oh!
And then he's like, perfect.
It was a crime of circumstance.
Yeah. Absolutely. And folks, I just recently learned what chooky meant.
It's also whores.
It's whores.
Whores. Banging whores. Can I get a grade on Danny? He's out there banging. Whoa, that's
not good.
Charlie. Is that better?
That was decent.
Charlie.
That's okay. Your middle one was better, yeah.
Charlie!
Folks, can you do a
Let's
Danny
go
DeVito?
bang some whores! It's like Rex. There's a little
I
bit
know,
of
I
Rex
was
in
thinking-
there.
I was gonna
There's
say-
a lot of voices that I just add
Alright.
a little bit of Rex
All right,
to.
well, you are the voice guy. How can you not do this?
I don't know. I haven't really tried a lot of Danny DeVito.
All right, I'm going to try to give Tyler a random voice challenge.
Okay.
Scottish woman. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scottish woman.
Oh, we're heading over to the Glen. A fine day, isn't it? Come on out with us then, boy.
Hey, that's pretty good.
We'll have a nice potluck.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
See you under me skates.
Okay.
See you under me skates, getting me knickers.
That's starting to get Australian, I feel like.
Get a little Australian.
But who, you know...
I'll show you the...
That was pretty good. Okay.
Was that on a whim? Okay.
That was, you know,
Okay,
folks,
okay.
comment below if you think that was decent.
I would rate that 6 out of 10.
I thought it was
tops.
okay. I thought it was
6 out of
okay.
10 tops.
Oh, okay.
You
All right,
think
I'm gonna
so?
try and do Danny DeVito,
Okay.
or you can give me one if you want. I can't do many. I can
Yeah,
do.
try Danny DeVito. I think
Danny
that's a good
DeVito?
one to
Okay.
try.
I secretly want to do no. Charlie, you can't do that.
That's better. That's good.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Keep going.
No, I made the toast. No,
He's almost whispering.
He's
He's
like,
almost
yeah.
whispering. Charlie.
I made the toast, and that's why I'm never gonna eat the toast, Charlie.
Now you're
Yeah,
getting.
again,
You're
further
getting.
away,
No,
yeah.
that was a really good opening though.
yeah,
It's
something.
he's almost whispering. Charlie. Charlie.
Charlie, yeah.
Charlie. There's like
yeah.
a gravel, but it's buried under
Right,
a whisper.
right.
Charlie, you want to go bang some whores? Whores.
William Joe Lowe, 78, arrested. Detective Mike Liberta of the Delray Police Department said authorities have not determined a motive yet. I am very certain I have the right person, Liberta said during a news conference Thursday afternoon, adding that the couple had been married for approximately 15 years. There we go. Okay, so this was like his
How do you
second
make it
or
15
third-
years? If you're
Wait.
gonna kill her, how do you make it 15 years without killing her?
Her remains were stuffed in 5 bags, including 3 suitcases. What were the other 2
Okay,
bags?
so he really fucked her up.
Yeah.
You don't get in 5 bags
and
without
she wasn't
being
a
really
rotund lass.
No, she was a. I feel like that's unnecessary. Again, burning the body parts on the grill, like we discussed. They killed.
Absolutely.
So a woman and her mom. Well, I'll say a woman and her daughter because it sounded like the woman was really kind of the one that was pushing for it. A woman and her daughter killed the daughter and the woman's grandmother / mom, and then burnt her on a barbecue
in their apartment, I believe, trying to get rid of her.
Trying to get rid of her,
Yeah.
burnt her, but they were like burning her and all these. It's like, okay, now we burn the haunches, now we burn the feet, now we burn the shins. It's like
Right.
they were taking their sweet fucking time, and it's like you don't run a 48-hour cook-off on a human you just killed.
Right.
You fucking burn them all at once. Just like
Absolutely.
this. You don't put her in 5 bags. In fact, you don't even cut her up. You poison her and you let her go to the hospital.
Because the thing is, here's the thing: if you have her in one composite little bag or area, you're reducing the chances by 500% that she's going to be found.
400%.
400%.
By 400%.
Fuck. By 400%.
180 countries.
Sometimes
500%.
percentages are weird.
They are weird.
Sometimes, folks, do you know what I mean?
They
Sometimes
are. No, they
percentages
are weird.
so-
And actually, I'm a fucking idiot. You reduce the chances by 80%. I think.
Okay. That
You know
makes
what I'm
sense.
saying?
Right.
I think.
Because there's a 20% that's still there.
Yeah, because there's not a 500% chance you're going to get
Right.
caught when you have 5 bags. There's a 100%
Right,
chance. So you're
right.
reducing it by 80%.
God, that was a close one, folks.
We almost really fucked up.
You are steering the intellectual part of this ship.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm happy to.
Yeah.
I was gonna get mean for a second, but then I was like,
Go,
I was
get
like,
mean.
No, I don't
Get
even want
mean.
to. I don't even want to.
No, it's
I don't even
fine.
want to. Skip this one. Let's go move on.
Okay, I just want
Use poison. This is how we get
I just wanna
copyrights.
hear the-
This is how we get copyrights.
This is a beautiful detective.
Provide the public with
That is
more
actually-
information regarding the homicide investigation that we believe occurred between July 17th.
He was a
and July
fucking
20th.
nerd, though.
We're going
When
to
he was
release
a kid, he was like a
photographs of two
dorky
unique
Christian
pieces of
kid. He was like a
luggage
dorky
that the
Mormon
victim's
kid.
body was
But
found.
now he's hot, and he has a
The
gun,
first is
and
a
he can
purple
literally kill
Palm
people with it.
Springs
So
Ricardo.
So he-
jokes
he's
on
having the
us.
last
Jokes on us.
I actually had a
Second is
suitcase just
green
like that purple
and
one.
black polka-dot sport bag.
The guy didn't kill him.
We
The
also
guy
had
didn't
Palm
kill her.
Beach
Jeff
County
did.
Sheriff's
Oh.
Office
Is that her
Imaging
younger?
Imaging Unit complete a reconstructed image of what our victim may have looked like. Artist's rendition also contains a full-body sketch that has similar clothing to what the victim was found wearing.
Wait, what? I thought
The
they knew
brand
what the
for the
victim
floral
looked
top
like.
is Betsabi,
Yeah, it's
which from
I'm
what we
so
can tell is a
confused.
Brazilian company. It is important for the public to know that these reconstructed images are not an exact likeness of the victim or her clothing and are simply the interpretation of the artist. We are
I'm
again
done with
asking
this. I'm done with this.
Yeah, you were right.
He's hot, but he's either a
Well, she's kind of hot too.
he's a
for
fucker
for
a kill,
AI
not a
render.
marry. He's a fucker a kill, not a marry.
all tips.
Oh, good God. All right. If you were in De La Rey and you have any tips, contact Michael Alberta, 561-243-7874.
561.
This is what it looks like, Facebook viewers. This is what it looks like.
like
behind the to
in the
be
brew. To be brewing.
to be brewing. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we put him right here. That's kind of fun, right?
They won't see
part
either
of
of
it?
us. They
Okay,
won't see
yeah.
either of us. They won't see.
Or we
either
could
of
you
us.
could put it back.
It's got to go back.
Yeah, hey, that's fair.
I'm gonna go like. I'm gonna
Okay,
go-
speaking of 75-year-old women, we're gonna zip through this one. Speaking of 75-year-old women, a 75-year-old woman shoots at home intruders.
Shoots at home intruders.
Shoots at home.
The pacing was a little off there, but that's okay.
A 75-year-old woman shoots at home intruders in Oakland.
When they
Weird-
say shoots at home intruders,
weird
that means there's
fucking
no
headline
shots
there.
landed.
Yeah.
No shots landed.
Oh, shit.
This is a boring one. No shots landed.
That's
There we
not-
go. He took the right. California man accused of killing wife by poisoning food with fentanyl.
Okay.
That's a really good
there
way
we
to
go.
kill someone.
There we go. That is the smart
Okay,
way.
so
All
but how
right.
did he get caught?
Here, let's.
48-year-old Glennis Smith is now behind bars following the death of his wife, Jennifer Smith Floyd, back in January.
Our officers, along
We
with
got
fire,
another
get
dead
there.
Lloyd.
Unfortunately, they're unable to revive her.
Sergeant Jason Jimenez with the Oak Grove Police Department said
And
that's when
fucking
the homicide
hyper-canceled.
investigation began.
We
Our
gotta.
officers learned
I'm not gonna say it
that
twice.
she was admitted
I'm
to a
just gonna say it
hospital
once.
just the day before due to an allergic reaction to some food that she had ate.
Detectives believe Smith had intentionally put fentanyl into
Had
Floyd's
aided.
food on
He was
two
like
occasions
second guessing
without her
himself whether
knowledge.
eating was a
The
word.
second time,
This is his first time on the news
We
for
were able
sure.
to collect some items of food that had some traces of fentanyl in it.
He's fucking smiling, you guys. He's fucking smiling.
He was so proud
He's
of
so
himself.
excited to be on the news.
It
He
was
doesn't give a
determined that
fuck.
Glennis Smith was responsible.
He looks hard there.
Then
He does.
obtained
He
an
looks
arrest
hard, but I
He's a
respect
man
him.
that has dealt with a lot of
Wait,
shit.
wait.
Vehicle on the west side of town, and that's where they took him into custody.
Smith was booked into the Sacramento County Jail on charges of murder, arson, and insurance fraud.
One of those cases where you don't see very often. I'm very grateful for our officers and detectives for the approach that they took in treating this as that it was a homicide
As that
until
it
we
was a
could prove
homicide.
otherwise, and that approach paid off in this case.
And police say the couple was married
Jesus
for
It's
5
good to
years prior to this
just
incident,
assume that
but were
somebody was
separated
murdered.
for several months before
Yep.
her death.
First-
Police
first
also
run.
confirmed
First
that Smith
run.
was the one that
I mean,
This
maybe,
guy,
I mean,
this guy,
honestly,
did he graduate
honestly, hey,
10th grade?
potentially, maybe it is. I don't know. Murder rates in the United States, potentially, maybe it is. I mean, it's a danger. And supposedly, folks, you're more likely to be murdered by somebody that you know.
Well,
And
100%.
somebody-
You're also more likely to die on the 2 miles of road nearest your house, but there's a good reason for it.
Because statistically...
Who are you by?
Right, yeah.
I'm probably
But-
the most likely person to murder you in your life right now. Like, literally, that's probably...
But I would think that most murders are like
maybe Roxy.
maybe Roxy, but I think that like most murders are you talk to the wrong person at a bar when you're both drunk, or a random act of violence, or
Oh, God, no.
some shit like that. Like I didn't realize that most murders
of
were
passion.
actually crimes of passion.
Crimes of passion.
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
it does, like
Sorry, but like I guess like people close to you rather. Like an acquaintance, yeah, I can see that. But I guess the statistic is just like someone close to
yeah,
you.
someone close.
Someone
Well,
you
because,
know,
well, and
like,
that's
close
and
to
that's there's a reason for that. You the potential for harm, like an acquaintance is a dickhead to you. Okay, fuck you, you're out of my life. But like your spouse is a dickhead to you consistently.
I'm gonna
does something.
cut you up into suitcases.
I'm gonna cut you up into fucking suitcases. You married for 15 years. I'm gonna fucking cut you up into suitcases.
Absolutely.
We see that time and again. Guy killed his wife. 2 guys killed their wives today.
Yeah.
2 guys killed their wives
Because-
today.
And they're both 75.
When it rains,
That's
Jesus
That's
Christ.
75-year itch. That's when they really
Well,
start
wait,
being
no,
a
no, no, no.
75-year bitch. God damn
Hey!
it. Yo,
well,
what's up?
I guess you can call a man a
Yeah.
bitch. You can call a man a
Yeah,
bitch.
everyone's a bitch.
Everyone's a bitch.
Everyone's a bitch.
Everyone's a bitch.
You're the
Everyone's a
one
bitch.
being sexist.
I was accidentally being sexist.
All right, folks, I have a present for TT. I have a present and a story.
Is it a fan I can put in my fucking pants?
No, it's not. Here, well, you already saw it.
Whoa.
Pretty cool, right?
What is it?
It's a little tiny TV. But here's the thing. It doesn't work.
Okay.
Which is a problem. But it's a tiny TV, folks.
I love the optics of that.
Isn't it wonderful?
I literally love the optics of that.
Isn't it great?
The fact that it doesn't work is a little fucked up.
So here's the problem. I also love the optics of it, and it's it's a nice, cute little device.
Are we gonna open it up and try and fix it?
I think we should.
I think we should open up and try and fix it.
We should open it up.
Dude,
and try and
I'm
fix it.
actually like, I'm not gonna say I'm a fucking electrician, but like, you should
Do you
see
have
some
some
of the
chops?
shit I've been wiring.
Yeah? You have
I'm
some
like
chops?
actually like.
Okay, folks, so we're going to try and fix this little Magnavox, and you can be along for the ride. I got it, but here, so you tell the folks at home about your wiring, and I'm gonna jump into a story after that.
Folks, I have been wiring, and I've been wiring, and I've been wiring, and I've been wiring.
And mind you, folks, he's a wiry guy.
I am. Look at these fucking chicken arms.
A wiry guy wiring.
Look at these fucking chicken
I mean, you do the math.
tiny little legs. You could,
You
if
do
you
not.
saw this, does this kind of get you a little bit horny?
Does it strike
If you
fear into
took
your
the
heart?
hair, if you took the hair off of this, and if you took the hair off of this,
Yeah.
does that get you a little bit busted up? Are you starting to feel
Oh,
something? A little tingle in the
Jesus
bees?
Christ.
A little tingle in the bees? A little tingle in the bees and the bees? Anyways, I've been wiring some solar systems, and I understand. The only thing I don't really understand super well yet is ohms. Resistance,
okay,
wire
okay,
resistance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, I've done some crazy ass troubleshooting lately. Like I've done some. I'm honestly.
Go into it. It's just.
I mean, I wired. Okay, so I've wired a six panel solar system into like a charger inverter, and I've run AC in out of
Oh,
a
yeah.
generator, and like line softened it, and like done like a ton of. I make wires now. I can make wires. I can make
you can make
connectors,
wires?
and I can. I've done 8 battery fucking wiring setup, and like
okay.
done a bunch of crazy settings, and I understand fucking amps and volts and all this crazy shit now. It's pretty
Everybody
fun. I'm having a
thinks they're
good
an
time.
electrician until they get shocked with 240 amps or,
Then they're
or
just
volts,
a
and then they're
corpse.
just yeah. What? No, it's 220 or 240.
220.
220.
But there is a range. Like, even at 120, there's a range of, like, I think it's, like, 105, 115, 120. And then at
okay.
220, there's also a range of, like, 2...
I've tried to
205,
learn electricity like 3 different times.
Dude, I can tell you, there's a big thing about it that's weird, and it's that, like, power is in the whole system, and you have to think about it that way. It's not like, here is a power unit moving around the system, and it's a unit. It's like, power is in the whole line, and draw is what determines how power gets pulled out of the line. Draw is determined in amperage, and voltage is like the flow rate, like 120 volts, 220 volts. Like it's a fucking weird system. You have to think about it kind of like liquid almost.
Yeah, well, that's how I've heard it described.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot more. It makes a lot more sense when you start thinking about it like
in
liquid.
a fluid sense.
In a fluid sense, it's not packets. It's not like individual items. It's like
Right.
literally like
It's an ecosystem.
electric juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Where
It's
like,
super fucking cool though. It's
Yeah,
super
because
fucking cool
it's
though.
a circuit, right? It's a cycle.
It's a circuit. It's a cycle.
cycle,
It's a
right.
circuit. It's a cycle.
So it's
We're making
like-
a T-shirt.
It's a circuit. It's a cycle. It's a circuit. It's a cycle.
It's a circuit.
We
it's a
we
cycle.
learned about that with like refrigerant system. It's a closed system.
It's a closed.
It's a closed system. Ideally.
If you have an open circuit, folks.
I got this little buddy in on the way to Wildcat Lake. Wildcat Lake in Kitsap. It's a great little lake. I'd never been, so I went for the first time. And there was this weird until the end of July sale that was happening at this strange like little turnoff as we were trying to go to Wildcat Lake. And we ended up seeing it. We were like, oh, should we go? And like, oh, we'll go on the way back. So, but it not only was it like a place that said like end of July sale, it also said trespassing, do not enter. So it was a little bit of a mixed signal, but I was like, hey, it's the end of July. I like chances here. So we end up going
As
in.
if the end of July has like a higher likelihood of giving you good things rather than bad things.
Exactly.
Like if the universe,
exactly.
you're just like,
Yeah.
it's July.
I'm
it's
very
not,
spiritual around
it's
the
not
end of July.
February 13th.
Yeah, no, if it was, I'd be like out like
wouldn't
a
have
trout.
gone. He wouldn't have gone.
I wouldn't have gone. So I go in, and it's literally this line of like actually 12 big steel cargo shipping containers. And it is full of a bunch of shit.
That guy's living a weird life.
Gal.
Gal.
And she's the queen, and I gotta think meth head. And there's like 5 subservient, like little like meth head like cronies that she has. I don't know.
That is how it works. That is how it works with
and
meth heads.
they're like
Yeah.
sorting shit for her and like doing all this stuff, and like it was just so funny.
I've known, and the funny thing is, it was also 2 queens. It was also 2 queens.
2 queens.
I
okay,
haven't known
yeah.
a king. I haven't known a king. But I've
There's
known 2
meth head
queen
queens.
heads.
Yeah. And she was like
Yeah.
missing a bunch of teeth, and she was like, I hate this county. And like we've said this before, like when people hate the county and they're missing teeth, most likely they're the problem because they smoke too many pills. That is an issue, unfortunately.
It's unfortunate.
Amphetamines come in many forms, and so do opiates, folks. So this lady she was like homeless meth queen, but actually they weren't homeless because they like lived on this big compound.
They had a compound.
One of the fucking crates, because like one of them, it was so funny. They had like these early 80s porn magazines called Sherry.
Did you pick me up any of those?
No, it was my mom's name.
I know. You should have picked me up some of those.
I was with Roxana, and the vibe was just not.
Roxana, if you're out there, I would have appreciated those.
She was really like disgusted by them because she was concerned with the 80s semen on there that had been like creating an entire like biome.
I'm imagining you like kind of covertly buying them.
Right.
Covertly.
Just so I can study the 80s
Roxana,
semen.
I've got it just so you can...
Right. I'm doing experiments, folks.
The semen in the 80s turned into the babies in the 90s.
Absolutely.
That's who we are.
Absolutely.
We come from the 80s Simmons. Weirdest fist bump ever.
We did. But one of the crates, was like Christmas themed. And Roxana said it looked like Christmas threw up in there, and that was the very best descriptor of it, because it looked festive though. It looked very festive. It was crazy. And then another one I went into, and I was trying to like look at the stuff, and then there was a guy in the shadows that was like, "None of this stuff's for sale." And I was like, okay, I feel so bad, and I need to leave this.
Why wouldn't they just close that one?
Because he probably wanted some light, because it's a literal shipping container.
Oh, does he live in there?
I gotta assume.
Did it look like he lived in there?
It sure felt like it with the way he said none of this stuff is for sale, and he was like in the back in like a bed area. And I was like, they are running a whole weird thing where he probably like sorts some of the trash stuff.
Is this like a permanent cycling?
I don't know, because I'm like, no fucking way they're gonna have this shit like sorted out by July next year. Like it's, I mean, maybe with the amount of meth they're doing, honestly, you'd be surprised.
You can sort for 20
I mean, the
hours
Chinese
straight.
built a hospital in 24 hours. Like one meth addict is equal to like I think 75% of a Chinese person. So that's actually a pretty good fucking.
It's a pretty good trade-off. That's a pretty good trade-off. That's a pretty good timeline.
So anyway, I got this. But the last thing I'll say about this, is because they were running a whole funny thing. She was like, you guys are having too much fun. I guess I'll be nice for a second. You know, she was like a whole curmudgeon talking about all the water was poisoned and this, that, and the other.
Oh, I love that. I love that until I love it until I don't love it.
Yeah, I was
because I'm like I like this for 5 to 10 minutes.
Yep, and I got to my 5-minute mark and I was like, I'm ready to go. But then there was no adapter for this, and she's like, oh, there's a power cord, but there's a whole thing. So she's like going around trying to find an adapter, and I was like, oh no, it's all good, I'm down to like leave without it. And she's like, no,
I got this. I can wire this.
You try to tell a story. So I'm talking to her.
I'm gonna spit on you.
And I'm getting to the climax of what's not a great story, but it's a decent story. So
you picked the story, but I didn't.
I hoped for a team member that would listen, that would alley-oop me.
I have been alley-ooping you.
I needed you to alley-oop me just one last bit here. This is your gift, by the way. This is your fucking gift.
I'm doing this.
I would not put my chin on it, knowing where it came.
BTW. I don't give a fuck. You know the shit I've cleaned, you guys.
True.
Finish the story. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
He's not gonna finish the story.
No, So, because sometimes it takes a second to buffer. We were at the yard sale, and I was trying to leave, and she wouldn't stop talking about how they were poisoning the water in Kitsap. And it takes a 12-volt output, speaking of electricity, 12-volt output charger, and we could only like find 5 or like 12 volts that didn't have like the thing that fit this, that, and the other. And I kept saying like 3 times, I was like, oh no, it's all good, it's all good. I'll find one. And then she was like, no. This is what we do. This is what we do.
We take care of our own here.
And I just was
and
like,
then she stabs you with a methanol.
what does "this is what we do" mean? Like, I've been thinking about that for like 7 days. Like, this is we take care of our own.
She takes
we
pride in her
we find
salesmanship.
things good. Like we don't let people go empty-handed with the pieces. We like pieces to be together.
We
Like,
don't
what?
let people go.
We don't let people go. You're gonna live in one of these crates. You're gonna live in Christmas puke. That's you.
You're three good meth binges away from that. Everyone out there is 3 good meth binges away from that. Just so you guys know.
Absolutely.
Just so you guys know.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I love this.
Yes.
So you didn't find. So you don't know if it doesn't work.
No, I have. She found it. She found the thing for me. I have one the entire fucking time. I just needed to finish the last 12 seconds of the story.
You stopped telling the story.
No, I tried to just do the end.
You stopped.
Folks.
We're gonna watch this and we're gonna watch this.
Okay, but I thought maybe it could be part of the set because of the optics of it.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what yeah, that's where I was like, okay, yeah. But I do have the charger, and we can.
It's got a lot of sheen on it. It's got a lot of shine on it.
It does. It does.
We could put a little tablet. We could
Let's
put a
check in on the
little
squirrel
tablet
tail
inside.
here.
Oh, the squirrel tail. The blood is dried.
Okay.
Oh, there is a bug on it. Not a maggot. Hey, folks. Here's the squirrel tail. My cats, they do what they do. It looks like the blood is dried, so that's nice. The blood is dried. I could probably suck on the nub of that squirrel tail and probably be safe at this
You
point.
could probably be good.
I could probably suck on the nub of that squirrel tail and be safe at this point.
God damn.
We're going to put it back. We're going to let it dry out for a while. I'm going to eventually get it mounted on a necklace and wear it. And when I get nervous, you'll know I'm nervous because I suck on the squirrel tail. Some kids suck on their thumbs. Some kids suck on their squirrel tails.
Right.
I suck on my squirrel tail.
Yeah.
Squirrel
Like
tail.
my brother with the shark tooth, the gummy shark tooth. My little brother brought a
Shout out
gummy
to
shark
Ashton.
tooth. Shout out to Ashy. What's up? What's up? What's up?
She, what's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
More blood.
More blood. Nearly 90 living and 30 dead dogs found at animal rescue in Madison Township.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of what happens, isn't it?
The sheriff's office said adult dogs and puppies were being kept in different structures on 2 different properties in the township. After a search of both properties, sheriffs and deputies and dog warden investigators found the dogs being kept in, quote, the most horrible conditions they have ever seen.
I love dog warden investigator.
Could you imagine that on a fucking business card?
Yeah, my name is... What is the name of a dog warden investigator?
Rialto Octavio.
Rialto
Octavio.
My name is Rialto Octavio. I'm a
Dog
dog warden
warden
investigator.
investigator. And do you?
Wait,
and I must know. Do you have any canines on these premises?
You
know what I mean?
He's got this screwed into his shoulder bones for no fucking good reason.
It's just
It's playing Faces of Death.
There's a
from
little
the
parrot
early
on it.
2000s.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Faces of Death. He's your dog warden investigator.
An arrest warrant has been issued for a woman after at least 30 dead dogs and 86 living dead dogs were discovered and seized
You
at
just said living dead dogs. You did just say that.
Fuck!
You did just say that. I'm down.
I know.
They might as well have been dead,
God
folks.
damn it.
I can't not. I can't not. I have to.
You got me. You
We're discovered and seized in an animal shelter in Madison Township called Helping Hands for Furry Paws. I want to have the video footage of them scouring through this place with Helping Hands for Furry Paws kind of slightly transparent over the whole thing.
That's so funny. Or like there's the crest. There's the Helping Hands for Furry Paws crest.
Yeah.
And like in the background of all the photos where they're documenting.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
shit.
fucking
That's great.
piles of dead dogs. I fucked up. The sheriff's office said adult dogs and puppies were being kept in different structures on 2 different... Okay. What are you going to do? You're going to keep dogs in 2 different structures on one property. What? On 2 different properties. In the township, after a search of both properties, sheriff's deputies and dog warden investigators found the dogs being kept in the most horrible conditions they've ever seen. I'm rereading what you did. 1 cage contained a mother dog with 8 newborn puppies, police said. Again...
Okay.
Are you gonna separate them? Are you gonna
Right,
keep them in a
right.
fucking in an inflatable sphere? Are you
Right.
gonna
What's the big crack?
What's the
the big
fucking
crack?
common practice for housing? You keep them in structures and you keep them in cages. That's what they do. One garage housed over 25 dogs in
You
cages.
missed one. You missed one.
The dogs that were found deceased were being kept in 5 different refrigerators and freezers on the 2 properties. Some of which didn't work. That does feel like kind of a mistake. That does feel like they kind of fucked up there. The animals were housed together. One garage housed over 25 dogs in cages with no ventilation or air conditioning, with measured indoor temperatures of 89 degrees.
Fuck, that's bad.
That's bad. That's bad. The animals were housed together in cages alongside animal waste with no access to food or water. According to the press release, the condition of the house itself was unlivable with a strong odor inside. The dogs that were found alive were removed and taken to the Animal Friends Humane Society of Butler County for evaluation and treatment. The dogs that were dead were found and taken to a Korean restaurant. The Butler County Sheriff's Office said the owner and operator of the rescue, Rhonda Murphy, will face dozens of charges of
I'm
neglect
imagining they
and
just bought the
cruelty.
entire refrigerator. We fix.
We fix. Dog inside? Yeah? We fix. An arrest warrant has been issued, but investigators said they have not been able to take her into custody. Oh, because she's hospitalized.
Oh my god.
Hospitalized by the air, hospitalized by the dogs, or hospitalized by the dog warrant
Dude,
police.
it really left a gap in the story.
It did. Yeah. Let us know how she got hospitalized, please,
goodness.
next time.
I mean, so when you have an animal rescue, what is that? Why, if you're running an animal rescue, but you just are rescuing them into a hellscape?
Well, I
How
wonder,
does that work?
I wonder if it's not like kind of like what you
A
see with orphanage,
non-profit, or
what
yeah,
you see with like
they get
with-
government money.
Exactly,
They get government
do
money.
They get
That has to be what it
subsidized
is.
by the
Yeah.
government.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And so they probably said, we have 120 living dogs. No dead dogs.
No dead dogs.
No dead dogs.
Oh my god! What? And if they got audited, they had like an elaborate like puppet plan.
Yeah,
They had a puppy puppet plan?
An emergency.
They're like, we took a lot of PPPs, so we have made our own PPP puppy puppet plan in case we get audited, folks.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Okay, so basically, we can guarantee, almost guarantee, I would put it at 98% that she's a scumbag.
Yeah.
Luckily, she was hospitalized, and she was probably hospitalized for being a bitch.
For being a goddamn bitch.
For being a goddamn bitch.
Jesus Christ. Folks, we've been doing this for 46 minutes, and I gotta ask. I'm sorry I took the wind out of your sails.
Just now?
With the story.
The TV story?
Ever since then, and the good folks at home know, it's been off. There's been a wind not in your sails. I'm not trying to set fire to one of your sails.
I'm rejuvenating.
I'm not trying to blame you.
I'm rejuvenating. No. You're not blaming me, and I'm not accepting any blame. You're a fucking piece of shit, and everybody knows it. Spit the beer on your expensive computer.
The thing is, you were just trying to help. I get that. I never needed any power from you. I never needed that.
I wasn't trying to give you any power.
You were.
I was.
You were. And I appreciate that. Hey, I cheers to this.
I look pretty fucking cool right now, don't I?
You do,
I
yeah.
look pretty fucking cool right
You
now.
look like...
I need to get this down a little bit.
Folks, we are starting a service
Hair
where
service.
you can pay us to be the models in your barber book, which is nice.
No haircut required. Required. No haircut required.
No haircut required. So yeah, have you ever been? You've been to a meth compound?
Yeah, I've been to a couple meth compounds. I actually had a really scary one. I've been to a couple. I've been intimately to a couple.
Okay.
But the main one that I intimately was to is I had a family member, he who shall not be named. No, I'll name him. He was my Uncle Ricky. I loved him to death. He was a fucking fantastic guy. He passed away, actually under completely fucked circumstances.
I know. I was thinking about that, but
He got shot by his uncle on a hunting trip.
and it was not an accident.
Nobody fucking knows.
But
it was.
But it felt like it was like a divided family.
Yeah. No, it
was Team Ricky, Team Uncle.
threw a big
wedge.
threw
Where
a
was
big
your
wedge
grandma?
in. I mean, my grandma was on Team Ricky.
Team Ricky.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
100% does make sense. Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah. No, it was fucking pretty wild.
What does your mom think?
She was also on Team Ricky.
Fuck.
Everyone I know was on Team Ricky.
So what was? Can we get into it?
I mean, into what part of it?
Just what happened? What was the proposed story?
I mean, it just was
because
he was like, it just was completely fucked. He was wearing like a fucking orange hat.
Yeah,
but
this sounds like the Dick Cheney thing in like 2004.
It does kind of, I guess, which is
strange.
Which is kind of strange. But he was wearing an orange hat, and you don't see deers wearing orange hats very often.
Yeah,
like the proposed story was like saw movement, thought it was a deer shot,
and he's just that fucking accurate.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. He was military, so he was safety trained like to a significant degree. Like I don't know. There was a lot of weird stuff. You know what? Honestly, I don't really want to get into it.
Oh, okay. Hey, fair enough.
Honestly,
fair
I don't
enough.
really want to get into it.
We don't even have to.
Yeah, it was fucked. It was fucked. Anyways, there was a compound that was by my house that was through the woods, and I went there a couple times, and it was a big barn with it was a big barn, and there was probably like 12, 13 people on it. And I don't know if you guys know, but I'm like trying to start a commune, which could very easily
turn into a meth
compound.
It just takes a couple.
All it takes, like I said, you're only 3 meth binges away.
It takes one person on meth to spread
accidentally.
Meth. Oh, that was not a.
I took it though. Okay. I stole that one from you.
Okay.
But there was a queen bee there, and she was pretty charismatic, and she did a good job. She was obviously on meth, and everyone else was obviously on meth. But they were pretty cool. Yeah. I actually liked them. They were. That's the thing. They're not normal people. So if you're not okay with not normal people, you're going to be really weirded out. For me, I've always been in love with homeless. I've always spent a lot of time with the homeless. So for me, I'm like,
I knew you would like this compound chick. I instantly thought of you. I was like, oh, Tyler would love this.
I did. I was like, respect. I was like, respect. Respect where's respect due. You built a compound. Like, you built a tiny little village. You built a tiny little village. You have an actual community. It just so happens that the entire community is on
meth.
A fuckload of meth. But
that doesn't mean you build it on meth. It doesn't mean it needs to be maintained on meth. It does.
It definitely needs to be maintained on meth. It's the
meth
is pretty much vital to the.
Yeah.
You don't, and that's the difference between a compound and a commune is the meth.
Yes.
The meth, or maybe the guns, the guns. You could maybe have a compound that's predicated on guns.
Right.
But I think most compounds are predicated on meth, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I went over there like probably 3 times and was like, huh. Everyone was working on weird.
This was in New York?
No, this was like probably like 1,500 feet away from my house on fucking Tulin, bro.
Wait, really?
Yeah, through the woods, a hop and a skip.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
How did you find it out? How did you find Ricky found this out?
Mm-hmm.
And so then,
yeah. And I went over, and then I knew it was just through the woods, so I'd go pop in.
Wait, how did I never know that? We went back there a bunch.
It was about 3 times as far back as we went.
As that area.
Yeah, as that area. So we had a couch area. We built a tree fort.
But that was not even that far. That was only like 5 minutes in.
I know. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was really close.
How many people were living back there?
I would say 10 to 15, somewhere in there. Yeah, 10 to 15.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a whole ass thing. They had this big, huge barn, and it was cool because it had an open middle. Yeah, they did.
And they were good with it?
They had an open... I mean, what are you going to fucking do? Are you going to go Rambo style and kill fucking 15 tweakers with a shotgun?
Well, fentanyl.
There you go. Kill them with poison.
You do a big basket like Halloween. You're like, free meth. Please only take one.
And here's the thing: there's not enough fentanyl to kill them with only one, so they have to take 2 in order to die.
Yes.
So it's like polite methods survive.
Right? Yeah, polite methods survive, and the rest, the wheat from the chaff.
The wheat. Yeah. Vetting. It's a meth vetting process. Anyways.
Absolutely.
I respect compound operators. I respect compound attendees.
Yes.
I went over there and I always saw a lot of busy people working on a lot of interesting projects. And I thought that was pretty neat, actually. So, but I always have had a soft spot for. I'm not homophobic. This guy, he's a little homophobic. Zimcolo,
I'm not.
We can't blame you for being homophobic. You're in Portland, which is maybe is arguably like the most.
Cumulatively, I've worked like close to a decade downtown, or maybe like 7 years downtown or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of homeless folks.
He got a video like 3 months ago of a guy just straight swinging dick on the street.
100% naked man.
Swinging dick on the
And
street.
that's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
It was so funny. One time on, funny or not funny, depending on who you are. One time I was driving in like a kind of a bad area of Seattle, like kind of like MLK, like Rainier area, and there was this guy, huge black guy, bald, hairless, completely naked, at an intersection in like a little like intersection triangle, and he just was standing in the triangle holding his dick and just pointing at people and yelling and yelling.
You got a video of that too?
I got a picture.
You got a picture.
It was crazy because he was looking directly at the camera lens and pointing directly at the camera lens, but I was like 50
Was he
feet.
touching himself? Was he jerking it at
No,
all?
he was totally clammed. He was totally
Oh,
capped.
he was hiding.
He was hiding. He was shelling.
He was shelling
But
his
I'm like,
D&Bs.
I'm like, he was obviously, as I realized later, I think he maybe had a mental break or something. But it's funny because my ex at the time, we were like driving in two cars.
I mean, you don't clamshell your D&Bs on a street corner while pointing at every car that passes by without having some kind of
But
a
why
mental
was he
break.
clamshelling if he was already naked?
There was some part of him deep down.
It was his id. Even
It
his id had the modesty that the rest of his
The
rest of his body didn't
His
have.
id was clamshelling his
Yeah,
D&Bs.
yeah,
What do you think about
okay.
D&Bs?
D&Bs is great.
D&Bs is great. Have you ever heard that before? I've never heard that before.
Yeah, D&Bs. Yeah,
D&Bs, and it's really close to DBZ, Dragon Ball
right.
Z.
Yeah. No, that's good.
DBZ, Dick Balls and Zebras.
Dick balls and zebras. But anyway, he was doing
Dick balls
it,
and
and
psychotes.
my ex at the time was like, or I was like, oh, did you see? So I got a picture of this guy, and I was very happy that I got the picture. And so I told,
Hell of a come up.
oh,
Hell of a
insane come up. And so then I asked my ex about it, like as we like arrived, I was like, oh, did you see that guy? And then she was like, oh yeah, so sad. And then I was like, yeah, it was fucked. Even though I just was so, it was like my prized possession of the week. I was sending it to people.
Oh, you sent it to me.
I
You
sent
sent
it to
it-
my real estate mentor. I was going too crazy. I was
how
so
can you
excited
not?
to have
How
it.
can you not? How
And
can
he
you
was not excited to receive it.
Did she ever find out you were sending it to a bunch of people?
No, she never even knew I had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stopped when you heard that. You were like,
I was like, yeah, it was fucked.
it was very, very sad. It was a very, very sad moment. And
It's a
nobody
great
enjoyed
photo. I hope it comes up on my memories. With like a weird little stupid song in the background. I hope it's like a salsa zesty, like a Latin theme song for some weird reason. I hope there's like digital castellones. Hyundai Kia recalled 91,000 U.S. vehicles over fire risks. Urge owners to park outside. Hyundai Motor and
A lot
Kia.
of recalls lately. Do you think it's maybe that we're moving into the electric? People are still kind of figuring shit out.
There's some territory that's still a little bit undiscovered.
Power systems
They're
are
making
not.
some big fucking
They're not
gambles
easy.
on.
You know, it takes a really smart guy to figure out wiring and to figure out amps and to figure out volts.
Absolutely.
And to figure out
What helps, and this is how I like to think of it. I like to think about it like water. That's what I do.
I like to think about it like Play-Doh that you mixed with water really, really fine so that it's like kind of like thin and slurry, but it's like still Play-Doh kind of. Like
Yes.
if you let it dry out for a while, it would still turn back into Play-Doh. It's like basically water, but it's still basically Play-Doh if you let it dry out for long enough. That's how I like to think about it.
91,000 newer vehicles in the U.S. were recalled because of fire risks, and they urged owners to park outside and away from structures pending repairs. The recall covers Hyundai 2023-2024 Palisade, 2023 Tucson, Sonata, Elantra, and Kona vehicles, and the 2023-2024 Seltos and 2023 Kia Soul Sportage vehicles. About 52,000 Hyundai vehicles and nearly 40,000 Kia vehicles are covered under the recall.
So we learned something pretty important about vehicle recalls recently. When we heard about
Yeah.
vehicle recalls the first time, we thought they take all the vehicles back. They're gonna go.
You get a spiffy
They're gonna
recall
You're gonna
vehicle.
smash them up. They're garbage. They don't
Yeah,
do that.
They don't do that.
That doesn't make any financial sense. We're capitalists. We live in a capitalist state. We live in a capitalist world. You take the car in, you swap a $7 part, you send them back out, and you say, sorry, we almost fucking killed you and your entire family.
That was super fucking weird of us.
That was
to
super fucking
accidentally
weird
kill
when
you
we
and your
did
entire
that.
family.
Oh my god.
Hey, your appointment's in 6 days. Make sure you do not park near
inside.
any structures.
Do not park near any structures. Also,
I just
don't
love
drive
it.
it.
Are
Also,
you
don't-
not constantly around structures? Like, that's kind of the name of the game. Structures, baby. That's
Where
our
are you
society.
heading to? Everybody's gathering in fields these days, thank God.
Oh, do you by chance happen to live in the tundra of Antarctica? You don't. Interesting. Okay, no worries. We can work with that. We can work
Don't
with that.
park within 30 feet of another car, within 30 feet of a building. Don't have any
God.
people in your car. It's like, what do you use a car for at that point? What do you use a car for at
What
that
do you,
point?
to fuck in?
You can't fuck in it because it's going to light on fire and kill you.
Yeah, hey, some like it hot.
Some like
The
it
Korean
hot.
automaker said electronic controllers for the idle stop and go oil pump assembly may contain damaged electrical components that can cause the pump to overheat. Owners will be notified in late September and dealers will inspect and replace the electric oil pump controller as needed. Kia has said it has 6 reports of potentially related thermal events, but no accidents or injuries, while Hyundai has 4 similar reports. The automaker told the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration a suspect part was eliminated from production in March.
Honestly, I feel like they got on that quick.
Yeah.
6
Much better than
occurrences with
Trader
no
Joe's.
accidents
That's
or
pretty
injuries.
fucking good.
4 similar reports with
That's
no
pretty
accidents
good.
or injuries. I'm surprised they weren't like, let's keep rolling with it.
Hyundai told dealers a rental vehicle should be provided to customers who do not feel safe operating their vehicle until a recall fix is available. Hyundai said if owners report a burning or melting odor, they should have the vehicle towed to the nearest Hyundai dealer and do not attempt to drive. So they're kind of doing it right. I mean, God bless
they caught it. They
Koreans,
caught it.
folks.
They caught it early. God bless the Koreans.
We were
folks.
making some jokes about them eating dogs, but there's dog on our face now. There's dog eggs on our face.
dog eggs on our face. I don't know if I ever need to deal with dog eggs.
In addition to the fire risk, heat damage could trigger a short circuit, also a callback, impacting other onboard vehicle controllers, Hyundai said. So, if you drive a Hyundai, know that they are going to take care of you.
They're gonna take care of you
Because that's what they do.
unless your car lights on fire and you die. They
Then-
can't take care of you then.
Then your ashes will be scattered amongst the most prestigious locations in South Korea. Which is actually...
You just made a big assumption. You just assumed that Kia operates in South Korea.
They do. I've been to the Kia headquarters.
Have you?
No. But I have been to South Korea. What up? Busan. Mwah.
Busan.
Busan. Big thing is they love us in Busan.
They do.
They love we're
don't know if they do.
we're really big in Busan.
Do they like leather? Mm-hmm. They like leather?
They like red leather and yellow leather.
Do they like... Is that from the...
That's from the Enunciations.
That's from the... He was doing enunciations. I wanted to open with enunciations
Sometimes
today.
I like to do enunciations. You know, sometimes I just want to... I want to read the news right for you folks.
Oh my god. You know, he does it. He does a good job.
It's not... Here's the thing. If you're ever in a situation where you are reading something... You cannot enunciate enough, actually.
You literally can.
You actually can't, and you feel weird, like, oh, I'm enunciating way too much. You're actually not.
Is this
It's very
more?
strange.
No, this is the same.
That's the same
This
one.
is the same dog.
That's the same one.
This is the same dog abuse. So all we've got left is Georgia Maloney,
No, I've
Italian
got,
PM.
that is true.
Italian Prime Minister sues placebo frontman for defamation.
I just thought that was funny. The Italian Prime Minister is suing the placebo frontman for defamation, and
I mean, can't.
and the placebo frontman, of course, is saying, "Baby, did you forget to take your meds?"
Is that from Placebo?
Baby? Yes, it is.
I don't know the band Placebo.
That's the only song that I think most people know. Did
I don't
you forget to take your meds? I was in love. That was there like big in like 2007.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was a
so
big
not
one.
that old. I mean, I guess
I mean,
Really,
that's pretty
fuck, that
old.
is pretty old.
Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is suing placebo singer Brian Molko for defamation after he called her a fascist and a racist during a gig in Turin last month.
Mr. Moko launched his expletive-filled rant from the stage of the Sonic Park Festival. Prosecutors in Turin opened an investigation into Mr. Moko soon after. Miss Maloney has not commented publicly about the issue, although the BBC has approached her team for a reaction. Videos from the Placebo concert posted on social media show Mr. Moko shouting an expletive about the Prime Minister, followed by the words fascist, racist in Italian. 2 cheers from the audience. If the audience is cheering, folks, it's not defamation.
I mean, it's true.
If the audience is... A few days later, sources told Italian news agencies ANSA that prosecutors... ANSA is the news agency. The prosecutors in Turin had opened an investigation into the incident for defamation of public institutions. Now, I kind of feel like when you're a public institution, you can't sue people for defamation. You know? I kind of feel like when you're a person, you can. But I kind of feel like when you're a public institution, you give up that right.
So here's the thing. Ms. Maloney is the leader of the far-right Brothers of Italy party and head to Italy's most right-wing government since World War II. She has also filed defamation lawsuits in the past. Last year, she initiated legal action for aggravated criminal defamation against the editors of Domani newspaper.
Domani alleged Miss Maloney had tried to help a prime minister from her own party win a government contract to procure face masks during the COVID-19 pandemic. Wow. Miss Maloney rejected the allegation and sought damages of £25,000. That's nothing.
It's nothing.
That's nothing. Why would you even sue somebody for £25,000?
Well, Taylor Swift fucking sued someone for $1 out of principle.
That's actually kind of cool. I respect that, actually.
Punk rock.
Help us. She also filed a defamation lawsuit against Roberto Saviano. Very nice name. Being a Robert myself, I have to kind of like that. Journalist and the author of Gomorrah. Okay, I like that. For calling her a bastard during a TV interview in 2020 in which he denounced her for attacks on migrant rescue NGOs. Now, you can't fucking sue someone for defamation because they call you a bastard. You can't sue someone for defamation because they call you a bitch. That's not defamation. That's not defamation. Here, I mean, it is. Maybe I'm fucking completely ludicrous and I don't know the definition of defamation, but...
I mean, it's kind of like punching up, punching down, right? When you have a public entity, like you said, like you are where the buck kind of stops. Yeah. So who cares what the singer of Placebo
people get to fuck you up. You signed up to get fucked up.
He forgot to take his meds. Who cares? Do you know how many people are defaming you right now in this moment? Are you going to sue everybody? This isn't the United States. Just...
Now, if somebody defames us, we can sue.
We will sue.
We'll sue.
We will sue.
We'll sue, and rightfully
so.
We're tiny little babies. We have three lawsuits pending.
We're tiny little bitch
All
babies.
3 of them are from Jeff.
They are.
I'm suing Jeff 3 times for defamation.
It's fucked.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
I am.
Now he's suing me for defamation because I called him a fucking piece of shit.
And you are my witnesses, folks, so I need you to like, comment, and subscribe, and share, and follow Brotherwife on YouTube, because that is the only way we can defeat this goddamn fascist.
3 lawsuits versus 1.
Throat chop.
3 lawsuits versus 1.
Throat chop. Hey
guys.
We love you.
We love you.
And we're a band that's also a game show.
Has it been a weird brew? A little bit. Did our steam get a little wilted in the container before we released it because fucking Mark Zuckerberg has a personal grudge?
It was a problem where we, for several minutes in hasty fashion, were trying to get connected with you folks, and it just didn't happen the way we wanted.
So yeah, things got a little fucking weird.
Things got a little bit weird, but we are releasing a hype reel tonight on YouTube, and you're going to want to see it.
You're really going to want to see it.
Watch the Brotherwife hype reel. It is the best piece of content we've ever made, and we are excited to share it with the best audience in the land. Mwah.
Simcoe, if you're still out there, big smoochies.
Fuck your mother.
Cuzzy, if you're still out there, Steph.
Not fuck your mother.
Yeah, that's for Simcoe only. That's for Simcoe only.
All right, we love you guys. We love you guys. Mwah.
We love you so much.
Mwah.
It's too hot. It's too hot. Come check out our hype reel, and we'll see you on Monday for some good old-fashioned news.